After a tough but fun battle with Persona 5, it was time to take on Persona 5 Royal. I was really hyped after waiting quite a while to play it, with hard mode of Persona 5 finally being finished. I was quite disappointed though how they only really added extra story at the end of the game, meaning that you had to get to the end of the game to actually play it, replaying everything that you've just done. They did a lot of new features though, and I was happy to replay the game after so long. I'd say I got the most enjoyment through Persona 5 in its difficulty. Hard mode was the most fun I had with that game. So to kind of show the difficulty with Royal, so the final boss in the original Persona took me a good few hours worth of attempts to beat it. I beat the same boss in Royal within about 10 minutes. It was very easy. Royal also introduced challenge battles, which were incredibly hard, but in more tedious ways. They were different to the boss fights I enjoyed previously. In these challenge battles it was just sort of, oh, you missed, okay, you failed then lol, and you had to start again from the beginning. It just wasn't as fun really. There wasn't as much tactics, more luck based. Anyway, so I got to the new content, absolutely amazing in terms of story, brought back a character I really liked, and actually used a character they're expanding on throughout the whole game. Only took them the whole game to actually use them. The story is absolutely amazing, and you can debate whether or not the antagonist in this arc is actually wrong, or if he's actually doing the morally right thing, which is just great to have in a villain. Okay, so I thought he was wrong, but he's also seemed like the type of person to understand why he was wrong if he was told, so they could have just reasoned with him and then made the world better for everyone. Generally I'm kind of on the fence with it, but anyway. Back to the actual game instead of the story. The final boss fight was a bit disappointing. It was cool in terms of plot, but the last two phases of the boss were scripted. If the things that happened in this fight happened in the original Persona, I would have gone mental with the last two phases of how much it was kind of built up. I would have absolutely lost it, but in Royal it was just, oh, I'm doing this now. It really would have had a lot game for me personally if it was actually challenging instead of just being watered down. Once I finished the game, it was time to take on New Game Plus, which I found the same as original Persona really, just nice-ish to play it again. I fought Lavenzia, who heavily relies on luck to beat. This fight took a while, but it just felt really cheap because of that. It was just again, oh, you're unlucky, die now lol. And just like that, Royal was over. I extremely enjoyed playing Persona 5 Royal, but I think most of it was because I played Persona 5 first. I really appreciated the quality of life changes, but I think the game lost out in terms of difficulty. Hard mode exists for a reason. I think it'd be a bit different if there wasn't optional difficulties, but I do think they shouldn't have nerfed hard mode. On the other hand, I'd probably still be trying to get through it, so, Those are my thoughts on Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. I'm currently playing through Persona 3, so I might talk about that. We'll see.